somebody.
Don't mind.
Welcome back.
Sorry. We do talk when the cameras aren't on.
We're trying to figure out how to pronounce the plant for this next question.
Yes.
It's something that I've never come across before. So Joe is asking, my bougainvillea, I get that right?
Got it.
There we go, is 3 feet tall and loaded with blooms. When can I trim them back?
You know, I would actually let it go for a while. You're going to move it in the house, obviously. It won't survive outside. Has to go into a sunny window. Watch your watering. They do not like to be overly wet during the winter. And for this outdoor blooming stuff, prune about the 1st of March.
Velma asks, can I leave my zinnia flowers on through the frost before picking them for the seeds?
The seed will survive a light frost, so you could wait until the plants totally collapse. Remember, every day that they're on the plant, they're filling out their seed and collect a lot. A lot of the seed in the zinnia is not going to be viable.
Okay, Bonnie wants to know, is it time to dig up my canna plants and how do I store for the winter?
Too soon. You've got to wait until they get frosted. You lay the tops on the crown after they're killed, and you wait another 2 weeks before you dig them up.
Martha, is there an exact way to water mums in a pot?
Well, you know, it's like any plant. You want to let them dry down just a little bit. They don't want to be kept soggy wet. Drain your excess. You know, let them dry out knuckle and a half deep between waterings.
Patrick wants to know, when can I cut back my raspberry bush and how short?
Okay, raspberries don't get pruned until the spring, and they get cut down to about 3 or 4 inches above the ground.
Mike, is it too late to transplant ornamental grass? And also, why isn't my calendula blooming?
Ornamental grasses can be transplanted now. We should try and get it done in the next couple of weeks. Your calendula is a winter bloomer. It won't start blooming until it's had about 13 weeks of 12 hours of darkness at night.
Christopher says, when can I start planting tulips? I bought some from Wallace Gardens and it says to wait until it's under 65 degrees. Do I need to do anything else after I plant? Question mark. Fertilizer? Question mark.
You can plant now. The ground has started to cool down. And yes, put bulb fertilizer in the ground when you're planting. It really helps. These little guys are heavy feeders, and you want that food there. They actually put out a lot of roots before the ground actually freezes up for the winter.
Constance, how do you winterize a banana plant?
Banana? Well, if you're bringing it in the house, you should probably go ahead and, it all depends how you're doing it. If it's not too big, it go right into a sunny window. You can treat it like any other house plant during the winter. If it's a monster like the guys down the street from me, you cut the leaves off, but leave all that stem behind. And then they are stacked like cordwood in a non-freezing area for the winter. They will actually survive with a nice clump of soil on their roots.
I was ready to jump right into the next question. We were supposed to be rapid fire.
Sorry.
Okay. Kathy says, should I cut down my butterfly bushes? This is the first year for growing.
No. Butterfly bush gets cut in the spring.
Patricia, do mums need to be covered tonight?
Mums, well, I'd cover them tonight, but as far as the general winter, if they're going to make it through the winter, mulching is not going to make any difference.
Okay. Russ says, is it time to cut down my wild grasses?
I think I'd wait until spring. You know, let them stand against the snow and do your cut back in the spring.
Duke, I've had ants kill a red maple tree. It barely budded and got no leaves this year. Is it possible it's going to come back next year, or are the ants pretty much finished it?
I don't think ants are the problem. And if you can scratch the stems and you still see green there, give it until next spring. There's always hope.
Ruth says, do I need to cover encore azaleas for the winter? They're planted this spring and are only about 1 foot tall.
I don't know that I'd actually cover them, but I would definitely put a windscreen around them so that the dry winter wind doesn't suck all the moisture out of the plant.
You know, I think that's the first time we got almost every single question done. That rapid fire went great.
Man.
Well, be
job.
sure to keep submitting all of your questions each and every Wednesday. Be part of our conversation. We'll be right back after this short break.